Hello and welcome back everyone, and I got votes and we're going to start with the first one. It's about why are you so magnetic and why are you so attractive. I'm gonna do the video on future spouse vote as well, so don't worry, you will be able to watch it in my next video, so stay tuned. And yeah, today's video is timeless like all my videos, which means at any time you're watching this video, it shall ring true for you. And I've prepared 4 groups for you to choose from. This is our group 1, group 2, 3, and 4. So pause this video if you need to. You will also get moments of meditation. And we're gonna look at our stones, crystals, one by one. So for our group 1, we have the amethyst. Group 2, we have the green aventurine. Group 3, the lapis lazuli. Group 4, the red jasper. Choose with your own intuition. Go to the timestamp comments down below and in the description, and I'll see you at the click of your timestamps. Welcome group 1 to your reading, and this is great. Amethyst is great for really calming your mind and really strengthening your intuition. So I can sense that you might be on the intuitive side, group 1, which is why people might be drawn to you. Regardless, let's really get more details. Why are you so magnetic and why are you so attractive? So first of all, you're someone that can really be resistant and very resilient when it comes to life's ups and downs, which means that you're very quick to get up from the struggles. You're very quick to, progress and advance further. You're very quick to realize that you're not meant to be depressed, and you're not meant to stay in one place forever, and that you always bounce back from all of your struggles. You always bounce back no matter like how much, for example, how bad you felt, right? You're always someone who is able to bounce back from all of these things that are hard in your life. It could be from either a breakup, a friendship circle ending, or it could be anything, right, related to the struggles in life. And you're someone who really gives off that vibe to people, that you're very resilient, and you're someone who is able to be really objective about yourself, about your life, and you're someone who is able to be like, hey, you know what, that happened. We all have our downs, we all have our ups. So you don't really let the struggles define you as victims. You are someone who knows that sometimes we experience bad things, but we gotta rise up from it, right? We gotta learn the lessons from it. So people find that to be very attractive about you, that you're able to do it, because you just look like someone who has that kind of wisdom when it comes to dealing with life struggles, and people really find you really attractive because of that. And the Chariot card tells me that people really love how you talk. People love the way that you bring energy, and people love the way that you are a go-getter. People love the way that you are someone who really looks smart and is also smart, and people really like that you are also confident in yourself in ways that words are not going to bring you down. And people really find you to be very attractive. Like, you are someone with your own opinions, with your own convictions in life, that when someone tries to change your mind, you're not someone to be easily swayed or influenced, right, by other people, because you already have your own set of values, your own set of convictions and personality that shines. So you're not someone who is influenced in a very easy way. You know, if someone tries to manipulate you, you're not someone to be easily manipulated. And people really find that to be attractive about you, because they really see that you're someone who already have this personality that's very well developed, where you know yourself and you know who you are, you know what you think, you know how you feel, that you don't need anyone to tell you. And you're someone who is able to think of an idea and actually do it, you know. So you might be someone who starts things like social interactions, social events, or even like social gatherings. So I think that a lot of people appreciate that about you, because you're someone who is able to bring a lot of people together no matter how different they are. So I can see that like people really find you to be very admirable and smart and go-getter, and someone that they appreciate having in a friendship circle and social circle. So they also really find you attractive because they think that you're someone who is able to take honesty without getting offended, right? So you're someone who is able to be humble at the same time, that you are smart, you are someone who is able to look into a truth and not be offended by it, but rather you just say, yeah, that's right. And then, you know, you're someone who is also always trying to improve yourself as well. So people really find that attractive. You know, you're someone who doesn't take, like, for example, jokes too seriously. You're not someone to be like easily offended at every small little thing and behavior that people do. And you're someone maybe with the humor that is like, you're someone that a lot of people can joke around about almost anything, even if it's the joke that can be seen as like, you know, like some people might find it, what, you should not joke about that, for example. So group 1, you have that personality where people can really feel free around you to joke around, you know, because they know that it's just playing around, joking around. So yeah, you're someone who really attracts people by your vibe, your energy, that is welcoming, open-minded, and fun to be around as well. So yeah, this is what we're seeing. So let's see what else. Why are you attractive, magnetic? Wow. There you go. The High Priestess is a very, very good card. That tells me you're someone who is very intuitive, and which is why I think you were drawn to Amethyst, right? Because it is about intuition, and I can see that you're someone who is able to be really interested in topics that has to do with the intuition as well. So maybe you might be into psychology, group 1, psychology, philosophy, those kind of topics, you know. And people really find you to be a very good person to have those conversations with, you know, because a lot of people, sometimes it's hard to find someone who is able to expand and talk at length about those kind of deep topics. So you, group 1, are someone that a lot of people can have those deep conversations with. And yeah, it's a very, maybe like it could be also like a topic on tarot, right? Maybe you talk about tarot and you talk about spirituality, you talk about psychology and theories, those kind of things. You talk about what if situations, and a lot of people find you to be the person that's very interesting with the very interesting insights and intuition. People also like sometimes maybe come to you in order to get opinion from you about a person that they are thinking about. So maybe sometimes I think some people come to you to talk about maybe their crush or someone that they are having a hard time with, and they try to get your opinions on that person because they know that you are like an intuitive person that can have like an insightful perspective on someone else's personality, for example. So yeah, people really value what you have to say when it comes to you using your intuition, group 1. So yeah, I can see that you are someone that a lot of people really, really find attractive because of these qualities. And I think that when some people are lost when it comes to what they should do, you know, like in terms of long-term visions, and like once some people are lost, I can see that they feel attracted to come to you for advice. That is what I see. So it could be that group 1, you have skills that really people can use, you know, like people can use to be helpful for them. And it could be your insights, it could be your intuition, it could be, I can see you group 1, actually, you might be also drawn to reading tarot for other people as well. So you might also be in that kind of psychic type of power. So I can see that you might be using skills like tarot reading skills, for example, you know, to really help people gain clarity upon what they should do next in terms of their long-term future, their goals, their life visions, as such. So I can see that people might be really drawn to you. And because of that, yeah, you really give off that mysterious, but also intuitive, but also very open-minded. And then someone who is able to have fun, play around, and also be serious when the time comes. So people really find you attractive because of that, group 1. And they also find you to be very attractive physically. They find you, especially your eyes, you know, your eyes and your face shape, they really find it to be adorable. They really find it to be beautiful, handsome. That is what I see, because the way that you stare into people's, the way that you look into people's faces is very attractive. It's very magnetizing, you know. And I think it's the way that your eyes are. It's very attractive to a lot of people. Okay, so let's put this. So yeah, the Magician and the Wands card really telling me that you're someone who really brings out people's desires, people's hearts. So I think that even you know, you have group 1 skills that can draw even the most people that are not really open about their feelings to talk about their feelings. So you're someone who draw out the emotional part of people. So they find it to be really wow, and then they find it to be really attractive about you, because sometimes people are really, wow, this person, how could they do that, you know, that I could talk about my life story in just a few minutes, or my emotions in just a few minutes. So yeah, you're someone I think that people really feel drawn to talk about what they're feeling. You just have that vibe where people can trust you and that you understand them on that kind of soul level. So I think you might be also on the empath kind of side, because yeah, people can feel that vibe, you know, that you're someone who can really understand both the logicality of the situation as well as the emotional part of the situation. And the Magician card is the card that a lot of people see you as someone who is very ethereal. Is that the word? Yes. So yeah, a lot of people see you as someone who is dreamy. And I think that actually you, group 1, a lot of people have secret crush on you. And I think sometimes you feel it, group 1. You feel it from the way that they look at you, group 1, that they have a secret crush or admiration on you, just because of your vibe, you know. The way that you talk, the way that you carry yourself is super attractive, that a lot of people, I think, when they first get to know you, they really dig your vibe, and they really have that energy that they have a crush on you, and you feel it too, group 1. So yeah, you're someone who is able to make someone else feel good. So you're someone who create the good atmosphere. You might be a person who lead conversations, right, in a group setting. Or maybe I think you're someone who poses interesting questions. You know, you're not someone who is into small talk, for example. You're someone who likes to talk about deep things. So I think sometimes you pose questions that are really deep, and that's really attractive to people because they appreciate you. This energy that you bring to the table is very nice. And the Magician card is telling me that you're someone who is able to motivate people. You're someone who is able to make people believe in themselves, and you're someone who is very well-rounded, you know, in all of the aspects. That is how people see you. You're someone who is very well-rounded. You're someone who is like grounded, but at the same time, you know how to, you know, educate yourself, and you know how to deal with a lot of things in a very balanced way. So this is what people think of you, you know, you might not even realize it yourself. So people really see you as a rounded person, well-rounded person. So yeah, these are all the reasons why people find you attractive, magnetic, and I can see that, yeah, you really have that very good vibe to you. Group 1. So that is your reading, Group 1. Let me know what you thought. You can visit my website, thesintarot.com. If you want to get a private tarot reading video from me, you will get a surprise gift as well. You can watch my other videos, and you can stay tuned, like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And I will see you in my next videos, and thank you so much for watching. Hello, Group 2, welcome to your reading. So Green Aventurine is it's good for attracting luck, growth, and new opportunities. So let's go ahead to your reading. Why are you so magnetic and attractive? Let's see your vibe. Ooh, nice. So first of all, you're someone that is attractive without you having to try anything, without you having to try too hard. So you have that natural attractiveness about your vibe that people feel really drawn to you. So you're someone who is giving like mysterious, quiet type of vibe as well. So I can see that people are curious about you because you give off that kind of mysterious vibe, at least on the first impressions. And I think that some people have already told to you as well that you give off that kind of mysterious vibe. And yeah, I can see that you're someone who looks very like intriguing and very interesting, and who looks like there is a lot of things going on in your head, and people really are curious to know what you have to say, and people are really curious to know and discover more about your personality. And you might not know this, but a lot of people see you as a very private person that only opens up to a few that you truly trust. And actually a lot of people find that to be attractive because they know that you are selective in a way that you prefer quality over quantity, for example. So people really think that you have that kind of vibe where they have to really get to know you more and more in order to be in your circle, and not in a bad way, you know, like they really feel that it's going to be worth it at the end in order to get to know you. So they really see you as someone like physically attractive as well. So I can see that maybe some people like come towards you and they really like talk to your friends or people around you before they come to you, and it's because you have more of a mysterious and private person type of vibe that they try to, you know, get warmed up to you or get you warmed up to them by them getting acquainted with your friends or people in your surroundings first. So I can see that maybe you are giving a lot of like introverted kind of vibe, but people really like it, you know, people really find that to be endearing. People really find it to be like curious, invoking thing to have that kind of vibe. And people want to hear your voice. People want to, yeah, really get to know you more and more. And I can see that maybe Group 2, you might be like artistic. So you might be into creating stuffs that are aesthetics. You might be into creating in general. So even if you're not artist exactly like that, I can see that Group 2, you have some creativity. And I can see that you have very unorthodox creative mind. So I can see that you are someone who is drawn to those kind of paths as well. And people see it, you know, people see that you like to create, you like to be creative, or you do something that is unorthodox compared to the rest of the people. So maybe you have that kind of an orthodox job or an orthodox hobby. So that has to do with creativity. And I can see that people really find that to be attractive. You know, they see you as a unique individual, and they find it very attractive about you because they want to know what you are doing in your free time, and they want to see what you create as well. And I think that maybe you like to, yeah, I think you might be someone who is trying to be good at your creativity, and you like to show off your creativity, and I think you like to surround yourself with creative people as well, or people who like arts, who like mindfulness or spirituality also. That is also group 2. Some of you, this is general reading, so take what resonates, but for group 2, some of you, I can see you're in the spirituality, into spirituality stuffs, and you're into kind of like symbolic nature of things. So I can see that you're someone who might see a bird or who might see cloud, and you like to interpret those things in a spiritual way, in a symbolic way. You're someone who thinks in those kind of symbolic ways, and you're someone who, I think you might like to do yoga, or you might like to do things that require your mindfulness and requires you to think about your subconscious mind. You might be into interpreting your dreams as well. Like you might be into discovering more about how your subconscious mind works, for example. So I can see that those kind of interests that you have are very interesting to people as well. Like they want to get to know you more, and once they know about and discover about your creativity and spirituality side and your curiosity, they feel even more drawn to you. That is what I see. And let's see what else. Yeah. So I can see that you're someone who can inspire people as well, just by you being you. So actually, in fact, like you see how sometimes you go outside and maybe like you just sit and you read a book, or you just sit and you just admire the view, but then people look at you and they want to like take photo of you, or not in a creepy way, but in a way that they appreciate how you look, right? Because you look very what is the word, like aesthetic, you know, like aesthetic, ethereal, and they find you to be very magnetic. Like I think sometimes, of course, people will not take photo, not to be rude, but they really feel like they want to, because you look very like nice, you know, in that kind of settings. The way that you carry yourself and the way that you're sitting, the way that you're doing things, those are really attractive to a lot of people. So I can see that you might catch eyes of people and you don't even realize it, because you are just absorbed in your own actions. Maybe you're just drinking coffee, but people really feel, oh, look at this person, very like attractive, and has that kind of vibe that really attracts you in. So that is your vibe, group 2. That is one of those are reasons so far that we know, that talks about why people are attracted to you, why you're magnetic as such. So let's see what else. So group 2, King of Cups, 8 of Cups, Ooh, Queen of Cups. A lot of Cups energy. It's about emotional energy. It's about creativity, creative energy. So first of all, you know, group 2, you're someone that really has that kind of emotionally rich, emotionally wise, emotionally available kind of vibe, you know. So you're someone whom a lot of people see to go for advice. So I think that when you're in your friend group, I think some friends might come to you for getting almost like a therapy advice. I think a lot of people feel that they can share their deepest worries to you, group 2, and I think that you have already experienced that. And maybe you might be even called like therapy friend of the group even, you know. So yeah, you really give off the vibe of someone that is emotionally rich, intelligent, yeah, and reliable. And that is how people see you, you know, even if you don't realize it yourself, which is why people find you to be very attractive and magnetic. And I think some people tell you that they like you because of your vibe and the way that you can make people talk about the things that they normally don't talk about to other people. So yeah, you're someone that people know you're not here for just fun. You're here for life, savoring life. You're here for making sure that you savor life as much as possibly you can. So you're someone who takes life seriously, who enjoys life seriously. So people really want your advice on their own life and their own happiness and enjoyment as well. Yeah. So, yeah. So first of all, you're someone that really has that kind of sensitive, compassionate, and someone who is very trustworthy kind of vibe. So people really find that to be attractive, that you're someone who is able to give off that vibe and who is able to really listen well. So I think a lot of people might talk about themselves a lot more when it comes to you, because you make them feel really like really safe, and you really make people feel heard and listened to, which is why I think that sometimes you might be more of a listener than a talker, and people actually appreciate you for it. You know, they really appreciate that you're someone that can be trusted with a lot of sensitive information, and you're someone that is going to listen to anyone, even if it sounds silly, and even if, you know, those topics are maybe some people, if it's not you, might cut off that person, but you're someone who is able to be compassionate and listen to someone until the end. You know, you're not someone who interrupts when someone is talking. So you're someone who is able to give that kind of space and ear for someone, and people really appreciate that. People really find that to be attractive about you. And I can also see that people really respect your life story as well, because 8 of Cups in the middle tells me that group 2, you've had to walk away from challenging situations that were difficult for you to walk away from, you know. It could be you having to walk away from like a toxic family situation. It's a very difficult situation, right? And people know that kind of story, and they really find you to be very brave, and they really find you to be very inspirational and respectable, that you are able to do the hard thing, because it's toxic to stay in the situation, right? And people really admire your life story as well. So I think there are some group 2, you might have experienced things like this, and people really know that story, and people really admire you for it. They really find you attractive because of the way that you had the courage to walk away, for example. A lot of Cups energy still. So yeah, you're someone who is able to make people feel really, really happy, good, and content, you know. So you're someone that I can see when people, you're giving off mysterious vibe, and someone who is in their little world, and it's very attractive to people. But when they come to talk to you, you really, really give them the space, and you really make them emotionally validated, and you really make them feel warm and fuzzy at heart, and you really make them feel like you are someone that they can be with for life, even if it's friendship or even if it's romantic. So you really give off that kind of long-term, valuable type of person. So I can see that a lot of people feel connected to you, and they feel ready to open up about their emotions to you quicker than they would feel with most people, for example. So yeah, I can see that you're someone who gives off that nurturing and kind, compassionate kind of vibe. And I can see that maybe some people come to you with their secrets but they really trust you to keep them, and they really don't doubt it. And I can see that you're someone that people want to take care of as well. So yeah, they really see you as someone so valuable and so adorable, and someone that is so soft-hearted but at the same time wise. So they really want to take care of you, take you in their circle, or even as their non-official, non-blood related brother or sister. So you're someone who gives off that vibe that people want to take care of you also. So yeah, group 2, this is your reading for why you're so magnetic and attractive. Let me know what you thought, and if you want a private tarot reading from me, you can go to my website, thezintarot.com, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. You can watch all my videos, and you can also stay tuned for my future videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this reading resonated with you, and thank you for watching. Welcome group 3, and this is your crystal lapis lazuli, good for enhancing your wisdom and bringing clarity and honest communication. So let's see what else. So why are you so magnetic and attractive? We're gonna get all the details. Sit back, relax. We're gonna get the details. So group 3, why are you so magnetic and attractive? Ooh, 6 of Swords and 2 of Cups. 9 of Swords and 8 of Wands. Okay. 10 of Wands and 2 of Swords. Okay, so you're someone who is like a friend that people can really count on when it comes to difficult time, and people that they know that they don't have to be perfect in order to be loved. And you're someone that people go to, and you're someone that people can go to when they're going through like a difficult time in their life, and you are there for them. So you're someone who is very comfortable, very reliable, and you're someone who that a lot of people can really appreciate when they feel indecisive about their life, when they feel anxiety, anxious thoughts, when they feel that life is too much and life is burdening them, when they feel that they're facing like a burnout at work, when they are going through something difficult, whether it's a breakup, right? Whether it's them trying to move on from someone, whether it's them dealing with the mental health problems or sleep problems or job problems, burnout problems, indecisiveness problem, or whether they want advice on what they should do when it comes to their life decisions. You're someone that people can really count on. So you're someone that they go through something, and you're someone that people want to message and reach out in order to feel more reassured, in order to gain more clarity, in order to be related to, in order to feel heard. And even if there is no like solution that you provide, you really make people feel better, after you talk to them. So you're someone that a lot of people can be honest with when it comes to what they're going through in life. And that is a very, very good thing that people are, of course, attracted to you by, because there are not a lot of people that people can be vulnerable with, and have someone that they can count on. And you're someone who doesn't judge people as well. Like if someone is going through something, or if someone is not perfect in a way that they know they have some things they need to work on. So group 3, you're someone who doesn't judge them. You're someone who doesn't repent them. You're someone who doesn't resent. You're someone who doesn't like reproach. You're not someone who blames people for their flaws, because you know that even you, group 3, are not perfect, right? And you know that it's not really your place to judge anyone for what they are, who they are, what they're going through. So you're someone who is able to offer that kind of non-judgmental perspective onto things. And even if it's not like a friendship kind of situation, group 3, you're someone that, if people are talking, gossiping about someone else, you're someone who is able to bring peace, like do a peacemaking kind of job, where you try to say something nice about the person that other people are negatively gossiping about, So you bring that kind of equilibrium, you bring that kind of good vibe, you bring that kind of positive reinforcement to people. So actually, group 3, you really give off very encouraging, very supportive, very understanding kind of vibe, and people really appreciate you for it. They know that you're not going to judge them. They know that you're someone who is able to be, rising above all those things. And actually, you remind me of characters, like movie characters that are really innocent, really pure, and very kind. So actually, like Disney characters, Disney characters, as in from the movie Tangled, is that? Wow, okay, like Disney princess kind of vibe. You're someone who is able to look into positive parts in people. So you're someone who can really look at someone and see the positive in someone. So you're someone who really sees the best in people, and that is a very good trait that people really feel attracted and magnetized by you, because you bring that kind of vibe where you're not non-judgmental, you sees the best in people, and you are really pure-hearted, and you're very you really appreciate the simple things in life. So you're someone who doesn't really need to spend a lot of money, for example. So you're not like someone materialistic, for example, and you're someone who is able to be happy with what you already have, and you're someone who doesn't want more. You're not someone who is greedy. You're someone who really just wants to live a simple, happy life. So like you just want a good friend, you just want a good house. You don't need like a very big grand house. You just need a simple house that where you have all the essential things only. So you may also like to have only a few things, like a minimalistic kind of lifestyle might suit you. So, or maybe you are already living that kind of minimalistic lifestyle. But what is to say that you are someone who gives off that vibe to people, and those kind of vibes are what really attracts people, what really makes you so magnetic, because you're someone who is very simple, kind, pure, and someone who says what you mean. There is no tricky, the way that you speak clearly and honestly. I think maybe that's why you were drawn to this stone. So yeah, you really bring in a lot of honest conversations and very clear conversations. And when people come and talk to you, they feel like, for example, when they have thoughts that are really like tangled, right? Like the wired earphones with the tangled wires. You're someone that after them talking to you, they're able to untangle and make the wires straight again, make the wires untangled again. So you're someone who really can bring people's mind to ease and bring people's minds to clarity. So yeah, you have that kind of gift when it comes to dealing with the people and their emotions and just dealing with people in general. So I think that you might be drawn to building your own family sooner than your peers, which means that you might be drawn to becoming a mother or a father very early on in life, because you have that kind of motherly, fatherly type of vibe. You have that kind of family vibe where I can see that you might be very family oriented type of person. So group 3, yeah, because of that, people really see you as like a big sister, big brother, for example. And or yeah, they see you as someone they can really feel at home and at peace. Actually, as I'm reading this reading for you, group 3, I'm feeling your energy. You know, you're a very homey kind of person, and people feel really drawn to you. And yeah, you're someone who touched people's heart as well. And you're someone that gives off even like mother vibe, father vibe, even maybe grandma, grandfather type of vibe, because I can see that group 3, people are attracted to your heart and to your generosity as well. And when it comes to generosity, that means the time that you give, the attention that you give to people, and the advice that you give to people, and all of these resources that you give to people. I can see that you're also very helpful person. So you're someone that when someone is in a ditch, you're someone that can lend a hand. So if there is something going on, like someone hospitalized, for example, you, group 3, are someone who will show up for that person and really be there for them, and even you know, offer to help them, and offer to do something nice for the other person. So yeah, I can see a very like charitable heart kind of vibe going on. You might not even like notice it yourself, but that is how people see you, and that is how people are attracted to you. And it's a very magnetizing kind of energy that you bring to the table, group 3. So yeah, let's see with the oracle card. High priestess. Let's take that. Compassion. Wow. Yeah, exactly. You're a very like compassionate kind of person, and I can sense it. I think people feel really safe around you. They feel really warm around you, embraced around you, and they really want to hug you, and they want to show you affection. You're someone who really, you exude that kind of energy where, you know, people just want to give you love, and people want to share a house with you. Yeah, children. I think children might be really drawn to your heart, because, you know, children are honest, and children can sense as well from the kind-hearted adults. And I can see that children might be like naturally drawn to you, and when children speak to you, they know that you're kind, and children can calm down with you. Like even the most energetic children, when you talk to them, they can calm down, you know. So you give off that kind of vibe that can calm people down. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. So yeah, you might be, some of you in group 3, you might be working in children related fields, like maybe you might be a daycare. You might be working in daycare, you might be a kindergarten teacher, middle school teacher. I can see that you are someone who also will love your own children as well. And I can see that you really want to build a very bright future for your children as well. And yeah, you're good at helping, totally. Counseling too, yeah. So yeah, you really give off that warm mama bear, father bear energy. It's very, very wonderful. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So yeah, you have that kind of actually very strong psychic and manifestation power in you, group 3, that when you think of doing something, you really make it become reality. So your dreams are not very high, like you want to be a billionaire, for example, but you have those kind of modest and humble dreams that you think. For example, it could be just learning a language, right? Maybe you think to yourself, oh, I want to be good at this language, and a few years later, you're able to have opportunity to really use that language and be better at that language, for example. So you have that natural skills of manifestation. So you're able to manifest your modest and humble goal into reality. and people really feel drawn to that kind of vibe because they feel that with you, they can also manifest their own goals in life. So people really feel drawn to you because of that. So there's that inexplicable kind of energy field that you are working on, that you have, group 3, that people feel really, wow, magnetized. Compassion. So yeah, you are someone that really focus on love and light within everyone, and you're someone who is able to really show up with compassion, and you also realize that you need to take care of yourself as well in order to show up like this for other people, and you try to do it as much as possible. Like, you might be someone who will really practice like loving kindness meditation as such, or maybe you might already work in these kind of fields where maybe you lead meditation sessions, or you do like yoga, for example, and you instruct other people. I can see you doing something like that, or maybe you're destined to do something like that. So High Priestess tells me you have that divine knowledge. Yeah, so you really have that spiritual gift to you as well, group 3. So yeah, I think you might be on the spiritual psychic kind of vibe as well. So I can see that you are definitely someone with the very higher energy kind of vibe that people cannot help but be drawn to yourself, group 3. So this is your reading. Like and subscribe if you liked it, and you can watch my other videos. You can go to my website, thezintarot.com, if you want a private tarot reading. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Hello, group 4. Sit back, relax. We're gonna get details. Why are you so magnetic and attractive? So red jasper is very good for grounding your energy, boosting your strength and courage. So we're gonna get details. Why are you so magnetic? And already these 2 cards. Happiness and knowing. Self-confidence. Slow down. You're someone who is able to ground people. You're someone who is able to make people realize what matters in life, what truly matters when it comes to their life's purpose, their life's intentions. For example, you're someone who makes people think about their own happiness. You're someone who really makes people think about, okay, so my actions today, right? Are they going to lead me to long-term happiness or not? Okay, so my behaviors and my habits today, are those going to make me happy? Are those going to be a meaningful part to, contribute to my overall well-being and happiness? So you're someone who is able to remind people to do that. And also you radiate the very bright energy as well. You radiate the positive, sunny, you radiate good vibe, you really radiate peacemaking, you really radiate bright and smart, and you really feel like a sunshine to a lot of people. And I think that especially maybe if you already have a significant other, or if you don't, I can see that your significant other might describe you as the sunshine of their lives, for example. And that is how you make people feel. And that is why you're so magnetic and attractive. And people really, when it comes to you, you're someone who is very honest, you're someone who is very modest, and someone who is very humble. And you're someone who makes people feel more motivated to have the courage to be brave in order to step into the unknown as well. So you're someone that welcomes unknowns. So you're someone who is on the courageous side. So maybe you're someone who really prioritizes your mental health and you advocate for it. And people find that to be attractive because sometimes you have to do the hard things to really be happy when it comes to mental health. For example, walking away from difficult situations, quitting a job, and those kind of things are very scary and very can be hard. And you're someone that can do that, can do those hard things. And because of that, you make people feel more brave to take that kind of leap of faith in themselves because of your own actions, group 4. So yeah, because of that, you're very attractive, and I can see that you are also someone who might be into exploring new places, experimenting new things, and learning new things. So you're someone who really wants to get inside the unknowns. You like to keep, learning, gaining new information. You like to step into the unknown. Maybe you like to go to another country completely out of the blue and live there for a few months, and you might be doing that kind of a nomad kind of lifestyle, and people find that to be, wow, really attractive and cool, and people find that to be really something that they look up to and they want to copy the same as you do. So they really feel that it's really admirable that you're able to do those things, step into the unknown and not feel scared about it, but rather feel excited about it. So maybe you're someone who signed up for, I don't know, like a fellowship somewhere in other countries, other cities, all of a sudden, out of the blue, and you go there. And then sometimes people don't know where you are because you're sometimes might be on the move always. And people find that to be attractive, because you're someone that is a bit unpredictable, but in a good way. Like you're someone that people know that you will be unpredictable in the way that you're always trying to explore and experience new things, go travel, for example, live somewhere new, meet someone new, meet some people new, and get yourself involved in new communities. So you're someone who might be always on the go like that when it comes to your life journey. So maybe you have like a remote job, group 4 for some of you, and you go from one place to another around the world to do that job, remote job. So yeah, people really find you to be mysterious in that kind of vibe as well. And also very adventurous and very cool. Like people see that actually they wish that they could live like you, where you just go from one place to another, for example, or take trips and travel, and you know how to enjoy life, to people's eyes. Like you're someone who can take a rest when you need to and just go for an adventure, or go for camping, go for hiking, go for something fun to do even in the middle of the week, for example. So you're someone who really knows how to have fun in life, take advantage of all the good times, and you know how to profit from life, for example. And I think that maybe people, when you share about your journey, people really feel, wow, that's so cool, and they want to know how you do it and everything. So yeah, I can see that people are really drawn to you because of the way that your life philosophy, that is very attractive to a lot of people, and your lifestyle is very attractive to people as well. And the way that your mind works is also very attractive to people. You're someone who is able to see positive even when something bad is happening. So yeah, you're someone who is able to see the brighter side of life. And even if you feel bad, sometimes you're able to get up from it and be stronger, and people really find that to be attractive. And self-confidence tells me that you're someone who makes people feel confident about themselves. So I can see that maybe people who feel judged by society in general, when they are with you, group 4, they feel confident, they feel that, yeah, you know what, I am a human being, and even if I have flaws that society says that I have, it's okay. With your vibe that you bring, group 4, you make them feel okay, you make them feel accepted and supported, and they feel more confident when they're around you, because you're someone who really advocates self-love, those kind of things. So yeah, people really feel great when they're around you, and again, this is why they feel really drawn to you, of course, because you just make people feel that just people being who they are is enough, and they don't have to be perfect all the time, for example. And you're someone who can ground people and make people feel that they need to slow down as well. So I think that maybe group 4, you're someone who do a lot of mindful activities. So maybe think about, instead of scrolling, you're someone who advocates going digital detox at least for a weekend, and you're someone who prioritize like the in-person interactions more than being online and chatting, for example. And because of that, you really bring the atmosphere and the community. You really create the groups where people are able to do exactly that, where they're able to slow down their brains from being like overstimulated in this digital world. And you're someone who is able to calm people's mind, and you're someone that people think of when they want to slow down. slow down. So yeah, group 4. And maybe you also have like a very calming voice or calming atmosphere, so people just naturally feel that they have to slow down when you're around them. And when you're with them, you kind of like invoke people to think about deeper questions in life. So they slow down, they become more calm, and they think about the mental health topics, they think about the physical health topics, they think about the happiness topic when you're around them. So yeah, you're someone who really brings up those kind of energy and conversation topics, and naturally you are someone who is able to connect with other people in terms of those kind of mindful activities as such. So yeah, people feel really magnetized by you. And let's see what else from the tarot cards. Why are you magnetic and attractive? Group 4. The Fool. Exactly. You're someone who always like goes on new adventures to people's eyes, Maybe you're someone who maybe quits jobs. Yeah, there you go. Someone who doesn't allow people to walk all over you, and someone who doesn't allow conflicts, disagreements to affect your life's happiness. So for example, if the job is like high paying, but it's very toxic and it makes you feel really bad, you're someone who is able to say enough is enough and walk away from that kind of job. And people really find that to be amazing, People really find that to be attractive because they wish that they can be like you, where they are able to have faith in themselves and faith in their life tragedy and life path, that they can do the same as you, where you really just quit and just start a new job and start new beginnings. And you're someone who is able to do that because you have a lot of self-faith in yourself. And I can see that the conflicts and disagreements, in fact, really build those kind of new beginnings in your life, group 4. So again, you can take the example of the toxic job, right? Leaving toxic job, leading to new beginnings. So I think you lead that kind of lifestyle, and people really feel attracted to you by your convictions and by your decisions to do that. People find that to be very endearing, courageous. Yeah. And people really wish that they can do the same as you as well. 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles tells me you're someone that a lot of people are lucky to have. So you're someone that really shows up for the ones that you love. You're someone who really conserves your energy in a way that you give your best energy to the people that you really love and care about only. So because of that, people can see it as well, and people are really appreciative of you, and people feel really drawn to you because they know that once they have your trust, once they have your love, you're someone who is going to go to the end of the world for them, for the cherished ones, for the loved ones. And people feel really drawn to you by that because they know that you're someone who will be there. 2 of Wands and Page of Swords tells me that, yeah, you're someone who is very passionate and you're someone who is someone like restlessness means someone who is able to start new project and someone who is able to go with the flow and someone who is able to adjust to life in a very flexible way, someone who can adjust to life's ups and downs, and someone who is very good at riding the boat, for example, without getting seasick, you know. And someone, Two of Wands, tells me that you're someone that a lot of people can really feel that you can build something stable together when you're two together. So there is something about your group 4 that when you are with someone one-on-one, like two together, you are someone who really can show up really well for that kind of person. So you really shine in that one-on-one conversations. So I can see that, yeah, people feel much more like they can feel your vibe, right? Happy vibe, bright energy, and you're someone that they can have fun and joke around, you know, in a group setting. But then you really shine the most when you're talking like one-on-one with another person. They really see how valuable your insights are, the way that you think, the way that you're able to prioritize the good things in life, the most meaningful things in life. People can really feel that more deeper side of you when you are one-on-one, and people feel more magnetized to you, more attracted to you when they talk to you one-on-one. So that is what I see. So yeah, group 4, this is your reading. Like and subscribe. You can watch all my videos and stay tuned for my future videos. And yeah, if you want a private tarot reading video, you can go to my website, thezintarot.com. And I really hope you enjoyed and have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching.